Man, it's not shit.
Perfect. Okay. So grab your weights gently about a distance apart. And then, okay. So standing feet hip distance apart in your neutral. So think about your spine being really nice and long, right? So remember you have that little curve in your lumbar spine, your ribs are tight, right? So you around here, over there, and just a little bend in your knees. So you're not locking. You ready? We're going to go straight with your arms, and then go out, and then in, down. Do that again. So up, open out, and then control in, and down. So remember, when your arms move, nothing else in your body should change, right? In and down. So our arms lift, but we kind of want to do whoop, that kind of thing. Really just think about your ribs, your obliques hugging your ribs in tight as your arms move. In and down. We go 3 more like that. So just up, no momentum, right? You're reaching, control in, and good job, guys. Starting to feel a little bit of pressure into your heels. I'm gonna add a little more set. Can we go one more? Up, open, in, and down, and then go up and stay up. So arms just at shoulder height. You got into a spot. So leave with your tail on, straight down. And then press into your heels straight up. You can bring your arms behind you a little bit to get those triceps. And then do that again. So inhale down, exhale, press through your heels straight up. Good. So down with control, press, and up. So each time you stand, you're pressing into your heels, feel your pelvic floor lift, your core connects a little bit. Each time, think about that, right? Because you could just feel your glutes. You could feel your quads. Hopefully we feel our glutes because we are neutral, right? If you're tucked under, you need more quads, that's when you need more glutes. And then we want to add that glutes are working and then abs. And arms. These weights. You ready? 2 more like this. Inhale down. And then one more down. Press all the way up and then come down and stay. So hold nice and low, nice long spine, so top of your head is reaching from your tailbone. Arms are going to come back, and then you're going to hold them back there. Turn your palms to face down, and then just slow bend and reach. So your elbows stay nice and high. Don't need to be quite parallel with the ground, but pretty high. Down and reach. And then each time I'm straightening my arms out, I'm thinking of feeling my abdominals. So each time I bend, you can take a breath as I exhale. Abs deep. Go 5, 4. If you're feeling your quads, think about whether you're here or here, right? That's where you're going to get your glutes. Last 1. Let's press out. Stay. Now open your arms to the side 2 inches and into. Keep your arms reaching out 2 and in together. Go 6 out, squeeze in, 5 out, keep those shoulders away from those ears, 4, squeeze, nice long necks, squeeze, last couple, last 1, squeeze in, arms down, your shoulders a little roll out. Okay, so now when you're bend down, bend your elbows 90 degrees, extra bit of pressure into your left heel. You're gonna kick your right leg out to the side. So try not to do that kind of thing too much. Pretty straight up and down on that left side, and then just pull back in. So you can add an arm, you can add a right arm with the right leg, and then back in. Keep doing the same side. So reach, and I'm still in that hinge forward, reach. So I've got that glute, left glute, and move them. Go 4 more. And in, 3 more. Reach, and in, last 2, reach, and in, last 1, reach. Come in, stand up, press through your left heel straight up, and down. Exhale, straight up. Remember, lead with your tail as you come down. Press down, go 5. Press. Even long waistlines. 4, 3, press. Last 2, press, and then go 1 more. Press all the way up and turn out your left foot, turn out your right a little bit as well. You're here, and you're gonna bend down, kick your right out. So now you're in a little turn out as you kick the right leg out, and then pull in. So you can reach up and in. Exhale, reach, and in. Don't worry about how much your left leg is turned out. You wanna be able to stay steady. And in. Exhale, reach, and in. Go 4 more. Reach, and in. Good. 3. Reach, and in. Last 2, and in. Last 1. Let's reach. Come in, stay, stand up, and down. So you're in that turn out as you're standing, and down. Getting a little more on the outside of that left foot. Down. Go. 6. Exhale. 5. Reach. And 4, 3, up, and down. Last 2, reach, and down. Last 1, up. Now you're ready. Now you're going to reach in front. This one we're going to kick behind slightly, and then step back the side. So you're going to go across and back. Let's add arms. We're going to reach and bend. Exhale, reach and bend. Keep that upper body hinged forward slightly. You got it. 5. And in. Good job. 4, and in. 3 more. And back. Last 2. Good job. Last 1. Pull in, stay here. Down and reach. Inhale, down and reach. You gotta go 6 like this. Left glute almost complete. 5, 4, 3. Exhale. Up, abs deepen. 2. And up, you ready? 1 more. Down and press, and then legs together. Have a little shake out. Okay, so we'll do the same on the other side. Hopefully you felt a ton of left glute. Right, hip distance apart with those legs. Again, find that neutral. Really nice and lifted through your center. Just start coming straight down, and then press up. So just finding that balance again in your body so that both feet are pressing evenly into the mat. Abs deepen as you stand. Go 4 more. And press. 3. Down. And press. Last 2. Down. And press. And then come down. Stay. So extra bit of pressure through your right heel and your right big toe. Right waistline is going to stay long. This whole right side body stays long as you kick your left out. And then pull it in. So you're going to reach out. And in. You can add that on if you want. Reach. And in. Exhale. Reach. And in. Good job. Try not to do that, right? Stay long. And in. Extra press through your right heel each time you kick your left out to really keep that left glute working. Go 3. And in. 2 more. Reach. And in. 1 more. Reach. Come in. Stay straight up. And down. For these ones, go behind you a little bit. Reach. Exhale. 6. And down. 5. And down. 4 more. Reach. And down. Good job. 3. And down. Last 2. Up. and down. Last one, straight up. Stay, turn out a little. Remember how big your turnout is. So now you're gonna come back down. You're gonna reach your left leg back. Keep that right one turning out. Left one is turned out as well. And then just come right back in. So you can go for a reach. If it's too much with the arms though, that's fine. Keep your waistline as long as you reach and long as you pull in. For this lateral rotation, you really want to keep your right big toe connected with the mat. So press down into your right big toe. Take your time. 4 and in. 3 more. And in. Last 2, reach and in. Last one, let's reach. Pull in, stand up on your right, and down, standing, and down, light on those left toes, up, and down, exhale, 4, and down, abs deep for 3, and down, last 2, and down, last one, up, and down, stay, okay, lefty goes behind you, left hip will go back slightly, and then pop it back in, reach out, and in. Add those arms if you want. You can reach and in. So that balance. Reach and in. Right big toe stays pressing into the ground the whole time. Ready? 5. And in. 4 more. Abs. 3. Right heel, right big toe press. Each time you move, press. 2. And in. Last one. Reach and in. Straight up. And down, exhale, up, and down, press, 5, and down, going tall, nice long spines, 4, and down, 3 more. Let's do that so funny. Last one, press up, and then give your legs a little shake out, just give those shoulders a little roll up. Okay, keep your weights handy, grab your squishy ball, come onto your mat. Warm up complete. Pump these balls between your inner thighs. Weights by your side, so within arm's reach. Find your neutral on the mat, so your tailbone is heavy. Waistlines are nice and long back. Your rib cage is heavy. And then let's start holding those weights. You're gonna reach your arms up to the ceiling, but you're gonna press your shoulder blades flat against the mat. So arms are reaching up, or like fingertips are reaching up, but shoulder blades press down. Okay. And then from there, feel like your ribs are still nice and heavy. They're gonna stay that way as your arms reach overhead. And then your arms go back to the ceiling. So as your arms reach overhead, nothing really changes in your body. A lot could change, but your obliques are hugging your ribs in tight. Your low abs are keeping your pelvis nice and still. So it's just arms. And press. You still feel that little space behind your lumbar spine. Go 1 more. Arms. Press up to the ceiling and then stay. Now from here, press into your heels. Lift your hips up to the ceiling. And stay when you're up there. So your heels are pressing down into the mat. Your big toes are pressing a little bit too. Inner thighs can squeeze just gently around the ball. You don't want to squeeze your glutes together. Glutes are holding you up, but they're not clenching. Inner thighs gently squeezing the ball. And then we're going to open our arms nice and wide. As you open your arms, you drop your hips down low with your ribs, and then press straight back up. So inhale as you come down. Exhale as you press. Good. Inhale down. Exhale, press. So you're not using your back to move you here, we're using your glutes. The more you press your heels into the ground, your mat, the more you're gonna feel your glutes. Think about those inner thighs just a little bit. They're gonna squeeze together as you lift your hips. Inner thighs squeeze, abs deepen. Go 2 more. 1 more. Press right up to the top. Stay when you're there. Slowly roll all the way down. So back to neutral. Long waistlines. Bring those arms down by your sides. And then stay there. Now lift your heels so you're just on your toes. Have your hands like 45 degrees or so from your body. Collarbones wide, back to the rib cage heavy. Little space behind your lumbar spine, right? Still neutral. Now pop your right leg up to tabletop, so knee above your head. And then pop your left leg up. and just stay here. So if you feel your back, bring your knees closer to your chest, that's totally fine. If not, try to keep your knees on top of your hips. Ribs are still heavy, tiny space behind that lumbar spine. Just squeeze your inner thighs. So squeeze nice and tight, hold, feel those abs deepen that little bit, and then slow little release. So do that again. Exhale as you squeeze, little hold, and then inhale, release. So as you're doing this, squeeze those inner thighs. Notice if you tense through your upper body, if you feel your shoulders kind of creeping up to your ears, or if you're able to stay nice and relaxed in your upper body. You want to try and stay as relaxed as you can, make those low abs take most of the work. 2 more. 1 more, squeeze in that little bit and then stay. From here, move your thighs 1 inch away from you, keeping your inner thighs squeezed around the ball, and then 1 inch back in. So as your thighs move 1 inch away from you, your abs deepen a little bit, right? Thighs move 1 inch away, pause, and then thighs come back in that same little inch. So as your thighs move away, exhale, feel those abs, and then inhale, slow, come in. Exhale out that teeny baby butter tray of drinks on your shins so you can't get your toes get any closer to the ground, right? You got it? Yes, very good. And then go 1 more, send your legs out that inch or so, and then stay. Okay, so do your chest. So is the back of your rib cage still heavy? Is your upper body still nice and relaxed? From there, legs are 1 inch in front of you, right? Squeeze the ball again. Little squeeze, little release. Exhale, little squeeze, little release. Do 4 more little ones, just small. If you feel your back, bring your knees closer to your chest, that's fine. Last 2. Last 1, little squeeze in, and then nice and slow, lower your right foot, lower your left, and then lower your heels. Good job, guys. Okay, now grab your ball, pop it up to the side. Bring your hands behind your head. Let's come up to flexion pole, add a little bit of upper abs into this. So let's nod our chins a little bit, curl forward to flexion, and then stay when you're up. So you're looking down towards your pelvis, your tailbone is still tickling, but your little space behind your lumbar back, lumbar spine. Lift your heels. Stay there. Okay, so ribs, your lowest couple of ribs are as close towards the top of your hip bones as they can be, right? Without just feeling all the tension in your neck. Your head is still a little heavy in your hands. Pop your right leg up to tabletop. Hold right there. Keep your left foot light. So left toes are on the mat. That's it. From there, reach your right leg really nice and long. So feel length through this whole right side of your body. And then bring it right back in. So reaching long, nothing changes in your hips, nothing changes in your body actually. And then come back. And you can stay there or you can add a little bit more. So you can add upper abs to the ceiling as you come back and then curl up. So the trick with these is keeping connection through your core the whole way back and the whole way up. So back is not a break. You're working the whole way back. You're working the whole way up. So this right here is actually the hardest point of the movement. And counterintuitive, right? If you're staying connected, it's the hardest part of the movement. And in, go 3 more. Reaching. Last 2. Reach. And in. Last 1, let's reach nice and long. Come all the way in. Lower your right toes down. Lower your heels. Lower all the way down to your breath. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So remember, if you feel your back, don't reach your leg as low. You don't need to add the upper body, doesn't matter. Tuck your chin, curl forward, stay there. Lift your heels so you're just on those toes. Right hip stays heavy, waistline are long, left knee comes up. So start with just the leg. You don't even need to extend your leg really, it doesn't matter. You want to stay connected through your core, keep your weight even in your hips. You can add that upper body if you want. Reach. Inhale, reach, and curl. Right hip stays heavy. Both waistlines stay long. You're looking to the ceiling slightly, and you're curving forward. Keep looking to the ceiling as you come back. Looking towards your thighs as you come up. 3 more. Inhaling back. Let's stay tight around your center. And 2.
Last one, reach. Come all the way in. Lower your left feet, lower those heels, lower all the way down. Good job, guys. Hug those knees and have a little roll around. One way and the other. And then let's bring our squishy ball underneath our right foot. So feet just hip distance apart and root to wide. Hands by your sides. I'm going to give you an option for weights. You don't have to use them, but if you're feeling real strong and that you're nice and lined up, go ahead. Okay, so even weight in your hips, even weight in your shoulders right now. Hands just kind of by your weights. You can grab them if you want to. You're going to press into your left heel as you lift your hips right up. Now make sure you can touch your left heel with your left fingertips, so it's not too far out. Okay, waistlines are long, hips are nice and level. From here, you can go ahead and grab your weights and reach up if you want, or you can just keep your arms down. All we're going to do is lower our hips and then press straight up. So similar to what we're doing standing, isolating this left glute now. So lowering with control as you press back up, press to that left heel. Can you reach your arms overhead as you lower? And press. Remember, your ribs stay tight around your center the whole time. So as your arms go overhead, don't let your ribs lift. 3 more here. Press right up. Let's go for 2. And press. 1 more. Press right up. Stay at the top. Now you're going to reach your right leg out. So roll the ball away. Lower your hips down to a hover. And then bring the ball in and lift your hips. So you're going to reach and lower. And then lift and roll the ball in. You can add the arms to this if you want. You don't have to all the way in. You've got 6 more. Tons of left glute, right? What about your left inner thigh? If you keep that left leg squeezing towards your midline, you're also going to feel your left inner thigh. Inhale down. Exhale. Good job, guys. 3. And lift. Let's go for 2. Reaching. And up. 1 more. Reach. All the way up. And then roll right down. Come to neutral. Hands down by your sides. And stay. Good job, guys. Pop the ball over to your left. If you feel your back and you feel you're just pressing into your lumbar as you lift and lower, try to really press your heel. So it's going to be your right heel on this side into the ground. And if you still feel it, don't go very far. It doesn't need to be a big movement, but the idea is not that you're arched, right? You're in neutral. So keeping that neutral as you're moving is super important. Love it? All right. Press into your right heel. Lift those hips up. Remember, you should be able to touch your right heel with your fingertips on that right side. Waistlines along hips are level if you want. Use those weights. Okay, so now from here, let's lower those hips down to the heart. Remember, your ribs come down with you. Inhale down. Exhale, press. So the lighter your left foot is on the ball, the harder it is on your right glute, right? You can add your arms if you want. Totally fine not to. Inhale down. Exhale, press. Inhale down. Exhale, press. Last 2 like this. Straight up through that right heel, right big toe. Last 1. Press all the way up. Stay. Now add that leg. So you're going to roll the ball away with your left foot and drop your hips. And then you're going to pull the ball in and lift your hips. So roll and lower. Reach those arms overhead if you want. And then come all the way up. So remember, if you feel your back, you don't need to go for as big of a range of movement. Bringing your arms down by your sides will give you a little bit of extra support. So take any of those options. 3 and 2. Right, 1 more reach. All the way up, and then roll right back down. Pop those weights down. Hug those knees in again. Have a little roll around one way. And then the other. Step all up to the side. Hug your right hand, really reach out for your left. Just take a couple of breaths there, feeling your weight. Come back to center in your pelvis. And then straighten your right, hug your left in. Same thing, feel that weight coming back to center, nice and balanced, even weight in your back of your rib cage and your shoulders. All right, and then let's grab our squishy balls. Let's lie on our left side. So squishy balls gonna go between your ankles. You don't need a weight or anything, just that ball, and then lie just straight out. So line yourself up and with the center of your mat and back and front doesn't matter. You're looking straight ahead. Your left ribs are a little bit lifted off the mat. Both waistlines are nice and long. Your rib cage is hugging tight around your center. Shoulders relaxed, head super heavy on that left arm. And then both kneecaps are pointing forward. So your left kneecap is gonna wanna point down. It's much easier to stay stable that way. Try to keep both kneecaps pointing forward. And then just the tiniest little bend in your knee, so we're really working into muscles. Think about your left inner thigh as the primary mover. So your left inner thigh starts the movement. Exhale and lift both legs. That's your left inner thigh doing most of that work, right? Have a little pause and then slow lower just to a hover. So do that again. Exhale as you lift, have a little pause, and then inhale, slow, come down to a hover. So it's not at all about how high you go. It's really about length. So you're reaching your toes away from the top of your head. You're thinking about your left inner thigh holding the weight of the ball and the weight of your right leg as you lift, and it's still working as you lower. A little lift, pause, control as you come down. So you'll start to feel your right obliques, this top oblique line working. As you lift those legs, low abs are working, keeping your pelvis nice and still. And then you're as relaxed as you can be through your neck and your shoulders. So try not to grip through your neck, press your head down, keep it nice and relaxed. Two more like this, little lift with a pause and slow. Go one more little lift with a pause and then stay. So feel, are both kneecaps pointing forward? Look down and just kind of feeling your own body. Hopefully they are. You're gonna keep your top leg totally still, squeeze your bottom one up for 8. 8 little squeezes. So your right leg is a wall, tons of right obliques. 5 little squeeze. 4, go for 3, last 2, last 1, squeeze up, stay, lift 1 more inch, both legs, and 1 inch down. 1 more inch up, hold, 1 inch down. Remember, reach and lift, and down, reach and lift, and control. Go 4, squeeze, 3, last 2. You're ready, 1 more lift up to the top, hold, and then slow lower all the way down. Grab the ball, pop it off to the side. And then bend your legs. So now your knees and your feet, knees of your heels are in line, and your knees are in line with your hips. So you're in a couple of right angles there. All right, hips are square, and your tail is back. So you're still neutral, right? Same position you were in here with that little space behind your low back, just on your side, right? Now from here, lift your whole top leg. So your right leg lifts to hip height-ish. Yeah, so stay right there. Feel that you are still neutral. You're not gonna feel your glute if you tuck under. Keep that tail back. Ribs are still tight around your center. Left ribs are not pressing down. Now circle your leg around, just small little circles. As you're making your circles, nothing else in your body changes. Really think about this stability coming from your low abs. So as you're circling around, your thigh bone is circling in that hip socket, but nothing else changes. Keep that tail back that little bit, keep your ribs nice and tight around your center. We'll perform more just like this. Control. Having your right on your right hip is really helpful to keep that waistline on. Pause, sorry, and then circle the other way. Keep that right waistline really nice and long with that tail back that little bit. Your left ribs are still that little bit lifting off the mat, right?
Right waistline is staying long, left waistline is staying that little bit lifted.
Go 3 more like that. And 2. Last 1. Now let's straighten our right leg all the way up. So really reach toes away from the top of your head. Your left ribs are lifted. Your right waistline is super nice and long. From here, we're going to draw a rainbow. So toes come down to the front edge of your mat. Don't quite touch the mat. And then toes down to the back edge of the mat. So don't touch down because that's a break. You don't need the break, right? Or maybe you do, but don't. Little rainbow. And little rainbow. The idea is that you keep your muscles working. So if you touch down, you're letting it turn off. Keep it on as you go one way and the other way. So you're gonna maximize your work here if you are keeping your pelvis totally still. So for most of us, that means a smaller range of movement than maybe we want. We could all probably go huge, but our hips are gonna move. I'm going huge and I don't feel anything. But if I stay nice and small, I can feel my core working. I can feel my low abs. I can feel my obliques. And then I also really feel that right glute. Okay, go 1 more and then hold in the middle. So you're straight out again, waistline still long, everything's still neutral. Little U's now. So up at the front edge of your mat. And then up at the back edge of your mat. Easy to use momentum here, right? Because gravity could pull your leg down, your whole body could collapse. We're not going to let that happen. We are reaching as we're making those little U's. Just small and small. Can you feel how it's harder if you go small, right? 3. And back. Last 2. And back. Last 1. And back, and then bend that leg all the way up. That little glute, let's move to our backs. Give your right knee a little stretch, the right foot in front of your left knee, and then hug behind that left knee. Good job, guys. Try and stay neutral even as you stretch, so keep those waistlines long. Don't feel way more in that glute if you keep a little. Okay, and when you're ready, we're gonna do the same thing but on the other side. So start with your squishy ball between your ankles, and then lie flat. Take a peek, kind of line yourself up with the center, the back, the front of your mat. Your right ribs are gonna stay that little bit lifted. Remember, it would be super easy to stabilize by pressing your right ribs down or by pressing into your neck or that right ear. We wanna try and stay relaxed through there. Think about how your pelvis, your hips are staying nice and stacked, your pelvis is neutral, and then both kneecaps are pointing forward. Remember, you have that teeny little bend in your knees so you're not just jamming into that joint. Reach and then lift, and then stay. So take a breath, you're just hip height, no higher. And then slowly control to a hover. You can bring your left hand on your hip if you feel steady, but you totally don't need to. For some of us, if you pop that head on your hip, it means that you're gonna stabilize more with your neck or even that right shoulder. I'd rather you just keep your hand down in front of you and have a light touch, and then just move from your right inner thigh. Don't let your neck move. Little lift, pause, control down. Little lift, pause, control down. So that's your right inner thigh that's doing most of the work here, right? Working as you lift, keep working as you lower. You ready? 1 more. Let's work and lift and stay. So your left leg is totally still. Squeeze your bottom one up. Left leg is a wall. Little squeeze, go for 6. Each time you squeeze, feel those abs deepen that little bit. Left obliques have to work a little bit harder so that left leg doesn't move. Got it. 4. Squeeze for 3. Squeeze for 2. Squeeze 1 more lift. Hold there. Now lower just an inch and up an inch. Stay in that high range. Go 7 more little lift. And 6. Remember, if you're feeling tension in your neck, just let your head be heavy. Look down towards your mat a little bit. That can help relieve any tension in your neck. And don't lift your legs as high. It doesn't need to be a big movement. Last two. Last one, little squeeze, and then lower all the way down. Pop your ball up to the side, and then bend your knees. So knees in line with your hips, heels under your knees. So remember, it's the exact same position that we're in on back in tabletop. We have that space behind your lumbar spine, your ribs are tight around your center. You're just on your side. Right? We're gonna lift that left knee up so you're at hip height. Right ribs are still lifted, looking straight ahead so your neck stays nice and long. And then just circle your thigh bone around. So as you're circling your thigh bone around, doesn't matter what your foot does, your calf or anything, just really think about your thigh bone drawing the circles. Keeping that neutral, so your tail stays back that little bit. And the more you keep your pelvis still, your whole torso, the more you're going to feel your left foot. Yes. Pause and then circle back the other way. As you're circling your leg, again, nothing else is changing in your body, right? Abs, low abs are keeping your pelvis totally still for those little circles. Go 4, go for 3, so your tail is still sticking out that little bit. 2, last one, pause. Reach that leg all the way out underneath you. So straight out, hold when you're there, toes are reaching away from the top of your head, right ribs are lifting. From here, let's do little rainbows, toes down for one edge of your mat and then toes down for the other. So the wider your rainbow is, the harder it is to keep your pelvis still. So that doesn't mean that you need to make a wider rainbow, just kind of adjust your range so that you are able to keep your pelvis totally still. Think about how your core is working this whole time, right? You're not going to actually touch the mat because it's right just above the mat. And back. Down. And back. You got to go 2 more each way. And reaching as you make your rainbows, right? You're not just keep reaching. Pause in the middle. Now go the opposite way. So up at the front edge of your mat and then up at the back edge. Ribs still hugging tight, waistline still long, head still heavy on that right arm. Good job, guys. Go 4 and back. Go for 3. Forward and back. Last 2. Forward and back. Last one. Forward and back. And then bend that leg all the way in. Come onto your back. Let's give your left foot a little stretch out. So left foot in front of your right knee, and then stay neutral as much as you can for that stretch again. Deep breaths in. Okay, guys, and then bring your feet back down. Straighten your legs out. You don't need any props. We're gonna reach our arms up to the ceiling, feet about hip distance apart. Okay, so we're gonna reach our arms overhead. As you reach, keep those ribs tight around your center, right? So fingertips reaching from toes. We're gonna get into full roll-ups here. So we're gonna bring our arms up towards the ceiling. We're gonna tuck our chin, and then we're gonna start rolling all the way. So you're gonna reach out to your toes as you come up. Hold, come up, sit tall, take a breath, and then come right back down. So rolling down, go super slow. Roll your hips back, your ribs come back that little bit, keep going slow. So if you feel like you're just gonna fall down for your handstand, just work a little bit on the down. Keep going all the way. Take a breath, and then let's do that again. Come up. Okay. Yeah, and then roll down. Keep to roll. We don't practice these in the class very too much. You're no time. Reach those arms overhead. Let's do that again. So nod your chin, curl, rolling all the way. You got it. Stack tall. Okay, and then do that again. Rolling back, roll those hips back. So really feel that that's low abs first, right? Then mid abs, then upper abs all the way. Reach back. You know, we're gonna come up and stay. So nod your chin. Everyone's doing exactly. All the way. Okay, so now sit with your feet hip distance apart. It's really nice and tall, feel the top of your head reaching up as your tailbone presses down there, and then roll back just halfway. So this is the start of that little roll back. So you're just in that little scoop. Hold when you're there. Okay, so your ribs are still tight around your center. Your pelvis has rolled back, your ribs come back, but you're not in a hinge, right? So that's a flat back. You want to be in a round back. Okay, so we're there. We're just going to bring our arms up. And then bring your arms down. So if you feel your back when your arms go up, just come up a little higher, it doesn't matter. We want to feel our low abs, definitely not your back. Up, pause. And down, go two more like that. And down, and then go one more, let's go up. And down, and then use those abs to come all the way back to seated tall. Okay, so let's go back again, same deal, little scoop. Low abs working, right? Shoulders away from your ears. Now from here, open your right arm out to this side. You're gonna go for a little twist. So it doesn't need to be big, just reach back slightly and then come back through center. Same thing left. So open that arm out and then reach, little pause, and then come back through center. Right again. So out. Good guys. Back through center and left out. Reach. All the way back through center and then come back to seated nice and tall. Okay. One more little step. We're going to scoop back the same way. Lift, so you're just on your toes now. So you should feel even more low abs if you're staying light on those toes. From here, we're going to go arms up. Take a breath and then out. Arms up and out. So keep those low abs working. If you want, you can add a leg. We're going to go up. And down, keeping your weight even on your hips, up and down, abs to the up and down. And down, one more each way. Good job, you guys. And down, last one. And down, and all the way back up to seated. Awesome. Come to a 4-point wheel now. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. This is the exact same position we were in on our sides and on our back, right? With our little space in our lumbar, ribs still tight around our center, so you're not here. You're here, right? Neutral. Tailbone lifting up towards the ceiling. Let's start with a little cat cow, just get some more movement through our spine, doing the opposite of what we were just doing. So drop your tail, scoop those abs up around your spine, look in towards your thighs, up through your upper back. And then come all the way out of that. Come through neutral. You can come past your neutral, split your back arch a little bit if that feels good. And then do that again. So rounding through your pelvis. Scoop those abs up. Drop your head. And then slow, let's come all the way out of it. Now let's add on to this. So we're going to press through our left knee as we keep our right leg out. And then extend your left arm out in front. Keep pressure into your left knee as you lift your right leg. Now we're going to come back to that calf stretch as you bring your knee and your arm in. And then you're going to press all the way back out. So really thinking length as you come out. And then scoop as you pull in. Really pull your belly button up to the ceiling. And then all the way back out. So in, scoop, round that back, look to your knees. You got it. And lengthen back out. Do go 3 more like that. Awesome, guys. Each time you pull your arm and your leg in, give an extra little press through your left knee. You'll really feel your left obliques. 2 more. And reach. 1 more. Let's go in. Reach all the way out. And then bring that hand down, bring that leg down. Sit yourself back to a little shell stretch. and then come back up. We're gonna stay on this side. So hands still under your shoulders, knees still under your hips, nice long waistline, ribs still tight around your center. Kick your right leg out again. Don't let your weight shift left, so press down into your left. Right leg lifts. Okay, you got it. Now from here, you can bring your left hand over to your right waistline. If you feel really unsteady or you just need the support, you can keep your left hand down, that's fine as well. Now we're gonna bend our right knee in, so it's gonna hover off the mat. Then you're gonna open it out to this side, and then bring it back in, and then kick straight out, back behind you, and in. So you're gonna go one to this side, out, and in, and one straight back, reach, and in. Exhale out, and in, press through your left knee, reach, and in, press through that left knee, right opens, and in, press through that left as your right reaches, and in, one more each way, out, jump, guys, one more, reach, and in, and then bring your left hand down, sit back again, that little chest stretch. Give those first a little twist. And then come back up. We'll do the same on the other side. So neutral to start. We're gonna press into our right knee. So really feel that press down and connect through your right oblique as you kick your left leg out, lift it up, and then reach that right arm out in front. So right fingertips really reach from your left toe. So you're gonna come all the way back into that little scoop. So drop your tail down as you scoop and pull in, and then reach all the way out. Feel that scoop coming from your core, right? It's not you're just arching and rounding your back. You're actually deepening your abdominals all the way in. And reach. And the more you press through your right knee, just as you did on the other side, the more you'll feel your abs really press down into that right knee as you scoop. And reach. Go 3 more. And reach, go for 2. Yeah, nice. Reach this guy in. Press, reach. And you can drop your leg, drop your arm, come back to that little shell stretch. Goes for this nice little shake. And then we're gonna go, is that all right? That's our left leg. Left. Okay. Kick your left leg out again. Yes, stay back there. So before you lift it, press into your right knee that little bit. Keep those right obliques engaged. Lift that left leg, and you can bring your right hand around to your left waistline. Teeniest bend in that left elbow, so you're not jamming into it, and then just bend your left knee in. You're gonna open it out to this side, and down, and then reach straight out, lengthen back, and in. So when you open to the side, your weight totally wants to shift to the right. So don't let it. That's where pressing down into your right knee is really important. Keep those right obliques working so that you don't just shift your weight across. That's really the main challenge here. Stability, and then keeping that line from your right knee up to your right hip. Reach and back. Go 1 more each way. Out and in, reach back and in, and then lower down and sit back again. Okay, now grab your squishy ball. Grab your weights. We're gonna come back to our mat. Squishy balls will go underneath your tailbone. So the position for this one is the most important thing. So your squishy balls under kind of the end of your tailbone. If it's too high up, your back is gonna arch, and if it's too low down, it's not gonna feel like anything. So just make sure your tailbone is right on top of that ball. back of your rib cage is gonna stay nice and heavy.
And then you don't have to use weights, but if you want to, you can try put your weights just by your side to grab them easily. Okay, so waist length along back, your rib cage is nice and heavy. Tailbone is that little bit heavy, but your back isn't arching, right? From here, let's lift our heels, so we're just on our toes. And sustain there, feel the back of the rib cage is still heavy. Then let's pop our right leg up to tabletop. Very nice, and then pop your left leg up as well. Good, okay, so knees on top of our hips to the back, rib cage is still nice and heavy. Good, nice long waist rise. And then let's start with our arms just facing up to the ceiling, so palms can face up. If you're holding your weights, your palms can face up to that, fine, doesn't matter. Just that kind of idea over here, right? Okay, so now from here, just nice and slow, we're gonna move our knees 1 inch away from us, abs deepen, and then pull your knees that same little 1 inch in. So 1 inch out would be really easy to arch over the ball, right? That's what we're not gonna do. Teeny 1 inch away and back. All we should feel right now are our low abs. Go one more, a little bit away. And in, and then stay. If you want, grab your weights. You can reach one arm up to the ceiling. You can reach your other arm up to the ceiling. If you feel unsteady, you can keep your arms down, it doesn't matter. If your arms are up, let's really make sure that our shoulder blades are flat against the mat, so hold them heavy against the mat. And then from here, reach your right leg straight out on a 45-degree angle, and then bring it back in. And then go left, reach, and then back. If you can extend your leg fully, that's fine. You don't need to go low, and you definitely don't need to extend it completely. The idea is that you're staying as stable as you can on top of that ball while these legs move. Remember, if you feel your back, go for a smaller range of movement. Abs deepen, leg reaches. Can you add an arm to that? So go right arm and right leg, reach away, and then come all the way back in. And then go left and left, reach away, and come all the way back in. As you reach, feel that leg to that whole side body, keep it as you pull back in. So nothing changes except your arm and your leg. Switch. And back in, good, go one more each way. And in, one more left and left, reach. Come back in, stay. Now from here, can you reach both arms and both legs? Your legs don't need to go straight, they definitely don't need to go low, and then pull back in. Feel how much work it is just moving your thighs away, arms overhead, and pull back in. It's not about straightening them at all. And control. Good, go 3 more. Have a little pause when you're at your reach point, and in. Last 2. And in. Ready, 1 more, reach away. Pull back in. Stay when you're there. From here, can you open your knees into a little diamond? Last little bit. Knees on top of your hips, maybe a little further away. Now can you extend your right leg from there? So it's gonna open to this side, so extra left obliques, and then come back in. Same thing left, your right obliques have to work to keep you steady and slow back in. Extending your leg nice and controlled, don't just whip it out there, left, reach, and then back in. Can you add an arm? So as your right leg reaches, you extend your left arm to the side, and then pull back in. Left leg, right arm, reach, and back in. One more each way, reaching, and in, and reaching. Good job, guys. Back in, legs together, lower down. 1, 2, arms down. Lift off that ball. Roll all the way down. Hug those knees into your chest, guys. Have a little roll around there one way.
other. And then let's extend our left leg straight out. Hug your right knee in and then pull it all the way over to the left side of your body. Bring your right arm way out to the right side and then look towards that right arm for a nice little twist. Don't force it, just let your right leg be as heavy as it feels good. But think about your right fingertips reaching away from your right knee. And then let's bring that right leg back to the center. Straighten it out, put your left knee in, and then pull it over to the right side of your body. So left knee now is reaching away from your left fingertips. Taking a nice breath there, keeping that left shoulder blade heavy as you reach. And then you can bring that leg back to center and both legs in. That little roll around again. You can roll around. Oh, great. Nice work, guys. Feel good? Yes.
Hi, guys.